So today we have with us Shriya Sharma. Shriya Sharma is a B.Tech in Electrical Engineering from Shri Vaishno Devi University. She passed out in the year 2022, and after that she is pursuing her M.Sc in Electronic from the University of Southampton. So Shriya, welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us. And the first and very important question, as usual, it
Hi, hello.
is that. When did you start preparing for, say, a degree in United Kingdom, and how you get through?
All right, so I wasn't just planning to apply to the United Kingdom. I had a few other countries in my mind as well. So I started like a year prior. So what happens is, for the like, if I'm gonna go to the university the next year, I have to start like a year before. And I started somewhere in July. You have to start in September, but I started in July because I knew that I had to give GRE and in IELTS and stuff, and like a few other exams. So I started preparing in July. I mean, I started making my calendar and started distributing the work. Like I started keeping a note of what I have to do when, and just keeping things in my mind. I just did that, and then later, I think I gave my IELTS early. I gave it in July, and then I started applying in October, I guess. Yes, because most of the applications are open from October, and they're open till January for the
Okay.
United Kingdom.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I applied somewhere around October 2021 because I was interested to get in the September 2022 intake. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I
That
applied
is that is what
a
you
year
call as the
prior.
fall 2022, right?
Not here. It's not called the fall semester here. It's called in the United States. Here it's
Hmm.
just the winter semester. So there are two
Winter
semesters, a
semester.
summer
Okay.
semester
Okay.
and a winter semester. Yeah, so the winter semester is the one that starts in September.
Okay. 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 So, how you prepared for IELTS and what was your score?
Honestly, I didn't do any preparation for IELTS. I just prepared for like 10 to 15 days. When you sign up for IELTS, they give you like a booklet which is like which has a few sample questions and sample tests. So if you do that, and you might, it depends from person to person, so you can take a few lectures from YouTube, or you can sign up for some courses and stuff like that. And I think you'd be good to go, because it's not that tough. It's just a basic English proficiency test, and I scored 8 bands in my test, and I think it's pretty easy. So you'll be sorted if you just prepare for like, what I would suggest is take your time. You should prepare for the test. It is a test, believe me. So what happens is they're gonna check your they're not gonna check whether you can speak English or not. They're gonna check if you know the language or not, or if you know grammar or not, if you know how to make sentences, if you know how to use connectors and stuff like that. It's complicated. So you should
Mhm.
definitely give mock tests, watch few videos,
So,
and yeah,
whether
prepare
you
yourself
took it,
basically.
yeah, whether you took the examination from the British Council or you took it from some other way.
I took it from IDP. I think British
IDP.
Council no more conducts tests in India.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
just
Okay.
IDP
Okay.
now since
Okay.
last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And whether the IELTS examination center is in Jammu or you have to go to Delhi or Chandigarh.
There's no center in Jammu. I mean, no center for. So there are two types of tests. One is the
Mhm.
pen and paper test, and the other is the online test. So I
Mhm.
think for like the online test, you don't have it in Jammu.
Mhm.
You can just opt for pen paper test if you have to give your test in Jammu. And
Mhm.
I think the nearest center for online test is Amritsar, and then you've got one in Delhi, and you've got like, there's a list, you can check it on the IDP's
Chandigarh, I
website.
guess so. I guess so. Chandigarh is also one of the centers.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So you took the
But yeah,
CBT,
I
right? That
opted
is
for
the
pen paper
computer-based
test.
test.
No, no, no,
Mhm.
no. I took the pen paper test,
Mhm. Mhm.
pen paper based,
Okay.
because I think we're used to giving those tests, so it's easier that way. So that's why I opted
It's
for it.
conventional, right? It's more conventional to take the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
examination with
Yes,
the
it
pen
is.
paper
Yeah,
test. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
we're
Okay.
used to
So
it. We're
once,
used to it.
Mhm. So once you cleared your IELTS, what was the process like? how you chose the kind of universities where you will like to apply. What were the courses which you were looking for? Like you have opted for M.Sc Electronic. There must be some other courses as well. So tell
Yeah.
us more about it.
So what happened was, once I cleared my IELTS, even before that, I was kind of, searching all the universities. Uh, I was checking their tuition fee, their course modules, their rankings. So there are a bunch of websites where you can check the universities' rankings, and I used them. And then I talked to a few friends and family members who were in the UK, and then I kind of shortlisted like 5 or 6 universities, and I applied to all of them. And how I selected my course was, I did my undergrad in electrical engineering, and I did my final internship from IIT Jammu. And while doing that, I realized that I was interested in a field, and believe me, in United Kingdom, it's pretty easy. You can just switch your field. If you're doing mechanical engineering, you can do computer science, in masters in computer science. It's easier to switch your field. So I wanted to go up for electronic engineering. So I was very sure about that. So I searched all the universities which are best in electronic engineering, and I found out that a few of them, a few of the universities who are going to take me, because you know your caliber, right? You know where you stand. You know if the university is going to take you or not. You don't want to waste money. You don't want to waste money, applying to the colleges that are not going to take you. So I just applied to a few universities, and I got offer from the most of them. I was rejected from Imperial College London. So,
That's
but I
a
was
tough.
prepared for that.
That's a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, yes, but I was prepared for that. I got in, but I got into almost all of the others, so it was fine. So yeah, that's how I literally just, yeah, that's how I selected my university. And yeah, then I checked the course modules, and it was course module, and it was really nice. Yeah, that's it.
I was talking to some students of SMVDU who are in UK right now, and they were taking or say talking about something called a taught degree, and there is something called some other degree, and there are also 2 years courses
Yes.
of masters as well as 1 year course of masters as well. So tell us more in detail what all these things are and what people should choose.
There in UK, there are two types of masters. You can either do masters of sciences, which is like a taught course, and then there is a research based course. So if you're interested in research, you can go for MS, which I think it's called MSRES, and mine one is called MSc. That's it. So the research course would be like, it wouldn't you'll have to do a lot of research work. But for like the taught course, we'll have like the theoretical exams and a few of like a little bit practical work, and that's it. And now talking about the 2 year course and the 1 year course, I think what most of the course in the UK are for 1 year, like master's courses are for 1 year, but the 2 years courses are the ones that there is a placement year, I think. Yeah, so if you can opt for a placement year, it totally depends on you. You just have to pay extra. That's all. It's very
Yeah, the
simple. You just
fee
have to
must
pay extra.
be
You
the
can opt
fee
for
must be paining a lot, right?
yeah. So if you're ready to pay, you can take a, what is it called, industrial year or a
2 years
placement year.
course.
And I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure if the research program is for 2 years, but the most of the taught programs are for 1 year, and that's what I'm doing. And believe me, unless you want to do a PhD, you don't need to do a research course or a research program. And even if you do a taught course, you can do a PhD. That's what I am looking forward to. So I mean, you sort it if you do a 1 year course. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, so tell us more about Shriya Sharma right now. That whether Shriya Sharma, after say a few years from now, will like to go for higher or say more higher degree, or will she like to stick to like, okay, what are the job opportunities, whether in UK or in India?
I think for now, it's too early to say, because I definitely want a job, but then at the same time, if the college would sponsor me, or if I get like good grades. So in UK, most of the colleges, they sponsor most of the universities, they sponsor
Mhm.
students for undertaking PhDs in any further degree. So
Mhm.
I'm hoping that they sponsor me, and if they don't, I would go for a job if I get one, and if I don't get one, then I would probably I think I'll get a job. I hope so. But yeah, I think
We wish the
if I
same to
get a
you.
if I yeah, if Oxford offers me a PhD, or Imperial College offers me a PhD, I'm very ambitious, then I would definitely go for it. Otherwise, I would be happy with the job.
Okay, but at some point of the time or the other, have you planned like that? Okay, I will go for a PhD.
I haven't yet. I haven't.
You haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
Okay.
I mean, it's
Now,
just a thought that I know it's somewhere that I've got this
hmm,
option, but my priority would be getting a job.
yeah, but right now you are also too young to think about PhD and stuff like that. First, to go through masters, and after that, you can always think about
Exactly.
it. Okay, okay, fine. So
Yeah.
now, since you are in UK for a week or so, and your classes have yet not started, so I cannot delve deep
It's not
into
started.
the yeah, so I cannot delve deep into the classes and what is this and that. But let me come back to SMVDU. What are the things which you feel that motivated you to go for a degree in the United Kingdom, or say abroad, while pursuing a degree in SMVDU? Or what were the advantages of studying in SMVDU? Because as I can point out on one, that SMVDU gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of time to prepare for whatever you want, right? So, like that, if you have some more things to tell, because I want your answer to help your juniors, or help the students of SMVDU, that what they can look forward to and how advantageous it is to study in SMVDU.
So the best thing about SMVDU was that I got a lot of exposure. So I literally met people from different cities. Everyone had different way of living. We shared our ideas. And then the other thing was the professors motivated me a lot. We had a teacher. His name was Arjun Tyagi, sir. He was really nice. So I had like this one-on-one discussion with him one day. I went to the electrical machines lab, and I
Mhm.
talked to him, and I was just talking to him, and while talking, I asked him that what should I do with my life? I have no idea. And he said, why don't, if you're good in your studies, why don't you just opt for like masters? And I literally had no plans of opting for like masters, because I was thinking of getting a job after I complete my bachelor's, because
Mhm.
that's why almost everyone does engineering, right? You just want to land a job. And
Mhm.
after talking to him, I realized that yeah, I've got one more option, and I
Mhm.
can definitely opt for my masters. And later, there were a few other professors as well who like kind of motivated me to look for the universities abroad, because a, better ranking, b, better exposure, um, c, like cultural diversity. You get to it's there were like many factors. So
Mhm.
I started thinking about that. Why not apply to universities abroad? If I have to work hard, why not work hard for something that's got a better ranking? So
Mhm.
I did not get I didn't apply for the gate examination. I'm not forcing anybody. I'm not telling anybody not to give gate or cat. I'm not saying that. You do you. You definitely should give gate exams and everything. I was just the smart one, okay? I didn't want to energy, uh, because there's a lot of competition. If you're smart enough, go for it. I'm not that smart. I save my energy. I knew that it would be like, I knew that if I want to work hard, might as well work hard for something which is much better. So I searched the rank table, and I realized even IISc Bangalore was ranked like 85 or 82nd. I'm not sure. So I thought,
Mhm.
why
Mhm.
not opt for for a good university which is ranked higher and which is easier to get in. So that's what I
Mhm.
did, and here I am.
Mhm.
Arjun Tyagi sir motivated me. Then Surjit sir helped me a lot. The faculty was
Mhm.
very helpful with the, what is it called? The letter of recommendations. They gave me like 3 letter of recommendations. HOD sir, I don't know if he's still the HOD. Manish Sabrat sir was really nice. He
He is
helped me
still
a
there.
lot
Mhm.
with my,
Mhm.
yeah, with my degree and everything. It was a smooth process. SMVDU is really nice, guys. If you're looking for, if you're planning to get into SMVDU, yeah, you're good to go. You should
Thank you. Thank
100%
you. Thank you
recommend.
so much, Shriya. Okay. So, like, suppose you get the kind of exposure, teachers also motivate you, and so on. How about the environment? And like, how many people do you think that when you were in college in SMVDU, that they were preparing for? Because I now came to know that there are so many students of SMVDU who are pursuing a degree from United Kingdom only. And it's not only that they are pursuing degrees from United Kingdom, they are
Oh,
everywhere. Abroad, there are, yeah, I will
hmm.
turn down, I mean, I can always share the list with you and you will see a lot of students interviews who are,
Yeah, yeah.
they are coming. So do you think that in SMVDU
Hmm.
there is an environment of students or say people who are preparing for say a master's degree or a higher degree, say somewhere from abroad? Or if it is still missing, so what will be your suggestion?
Do you even not, like not a lot of people, but like few of people definitely were preparing for IELTS and GRE and GMAT. How I mean, however, they didn't. They haven't yet come to the UK or have gone to US or anything. But I think they were kind of planning to move abroad after getting work experience, which is kind of smart,
It's pretty good.
because
Hmm.
in the
Yeah.
United Kingdom, work experience is really important. So
Hmm.
that's what, like, most of the students were being smart about. So they wanted to get a job, and while they're doing the job, they wanted to prepare for GRE, IELTS, and all the exams. And meanwhile, they do their job, their preparation is done, and after they get a work experience, they can just get their master's degree. And after that,
Hmm.
a lot of opportunities.
Uh, don't you think that in our university there is a club or there is a group of students which is missing right now, where people should start planning and prepare for outside universities, be it Australia, be it New Zealand, be it Germany, be it UK, be it the US? And there are so many examinations. IELTS is there, TOEFL is there, GMAT is there, GRE is there, but I
it
don't see students and their group preparing for those examinations.
It is, believe me, it is. I mean, there is not a lot of people think about moving abroad, and that mainly is because there is a lot of advertisement about GATE and CAT and all the competitive
UPSC
exams for like
examinations
Indian
like the
college.
civil services or defense services and
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
exactly. Banking,
Hmm.
banking, and everything.
Banking. Hmm.
Because this is the stereotype that okay, education abroad is very expensive. It can get expensive.
But
Come
then
on,
you
dude.
can
What
get
about the
scholarships.
return on investment?
Yeah,
Why
but
can't
you
you
can
take
also
it?
get scholarships.
Yeah, I was about to come there. You can get a
Hmm.
lot of scholarships. You can take a student loan, and the return on investment is really
Very high.
nice. Believe me, yeah, it's very high. So
Hmm.
why? I think it's just lack of knowledge, to be very honest.
Hmm.
Students just don't do their homework. Basically,
Hmm.
they just like spoon feeding, and I think that's really bad. You should do your own research, and I think this is also one option that you should
This
consider
is
while
very
you're doing
true.
your
This is very
undergrad.
true. And this is something which I have been talking to our students right from the very beginning, say when I joined the university, that there are so many universities which are not known to you and they rank higher than IITs and IISCs or even
Exactly, that was my
IIMs.
point. Yeah, that was my
Hmm.
point. So
Hmm.
even so, for instance, if you're worried about your tuition fee, why not go to Germany? All the public universities are
There,
for free.
yeah,
There's no tuition
free.
fee. Why not go for Germany?
Scandinavia, the whole of
And if
Scandinavia
you
is free.
there's yeah, and there are so many universities in the UK who offer sorry, not the universities. There are so many scholarships, like the government scholarships, that they include literally everything: your tuition fee, your living expenses, your travel fee and everything. There are multiple scholarships for the. If you're ashamed of doing a part-time job, you can find a job in the university as well. That's what I'm doing. I am like the student ambassador. So if you get a chance, you can apply to the university openings on the university website. They give better wages than the outside market, better wages, better working hours, better conditions. I literally got paid like 11 pounds for just sitting on a chair. So
Yeah, per 11 pounds per
per
hour.
hour.
My God.
Per hour, yeah.
Give me something. I'm not so highly paid.
I mean, and I mean, if you're living in London, okay, it's acceptable that London is expensive, but still you can
Very
manage your
expensive.
expenses because you can work 20 hours per week. You can work 20 hours per week. So if you're taking the minimum wage for 21-year-olds, it's like 8 pounds. So 8 into 20, it's 160 pounds. So you sorted. You can easily live and manage
And
your
pay your
expenses.
bills.
So that's what I'm. And yeah, and pay your bills. Yeah. So and I mean, anyways, if you're taking a student loan, you'll be sorted, and you can easily cover up everything later because the return on investment is high. So do consider this. Do consider moving abroad. It's a really nice experience, and you'll love it here. You'll love it here. It's really nice. Believe me. The life is very easy. The education is really nice. Everything is good.
Okay. Now let us come to a little bit easier questions because these were very tough questions and very difficult questions, or I will say very
Yeah.
serious ones. Okay. So
Yeah.
what you
Yes.
liked most about SMVDU?
The weather.
And the wallpaper as well. Like every day it is changing towards the mountains.
Yes. Yes. So, and
Uh,
that has helped me here because the weather in SMVDU was very unpredictable, right? The same is the case with UK.
and
It's
the
very
whole of the
unpredictable. It's gloomy.
UK.
Yeah, it's
You
gloomy.
have to
It's
carry umbrella
everything.
every day. You never know when it will rain.
Yeah, I wear a half sleeve. I wear a half sleeve shirt and like I wear a half sleeve shirt every day, and people are like, "Aren't you feeling cold?" And I'm like, "I'm used to it.
No,
I'm used."
maybe you should tell them that I'm also carrying a jacket inside because you
Yeah,
never know when the weather will change
I've
and I
got a
will.
jacket. I always keep my jacket and my umbrella in my backpack. It's
Yeah, you have
24/7
to.
with me.
You really have
Yeah.
to. That's UK for you. That is always the case. So that is the truth. Okay. What you are missing about SMVD right now?
The weather.
Don't
Sorry. No.
don't tell me it's Rajma Chawal.
Oh no, no,
Mondays
no, no,
Rajma
no.
Chawal.
I have my Rajma Chawal with me. I've bought my Rajmas from home. I love my Rajma Chawal. But
Okay.
yes, I miss mess food, guys. You have to cook here. You have to wash your dishes. You have to wash your clothes. You're not gonna get any washing machine. I mean, you can, but it's expensive. You have to pay like £4 per wash. So if you're ready to do that, do that. But then in SMVDU you get free washing machines and everything. Here everything is paid. So enjoy it while it lasts.
You have to clean your room. You have to take care
Toilets.
of everything, washing everything. Yeah, that is the thing. That is the thing. That is how
Yes.
you become a person. You become a human being as well. When you really work hard and
Yeah.
when you really have to take care of yourself completely. You cannot
Exactly.
be dependent on anybody. You really have to become independent. Okay.
Yeah.
And
That
the message which you will like to give to your juniors, like what they should do, because I know there are a lot of students who might be good for places abroad, but since they think about conventional examination in India as well as conventional universities in India, they may not prove themselves good enough for those places. So what can be, or what is your suggestion so that these people know that how to take their lives more seriously, or how to go for it and say pursue higher degrees in say uh, universities in UK or abroad?
what I would suggest is aim higher. Don't leave any stones unturned and give your best shot. Apply to all the universities. and believe, let me tell you this, all the applications in the United Kingdom are free. You don't have to pay for anything, so just apply to the universities. You don't even need an IELTS before while applying. You can give IELTS after you apply to the universities, so which is a plus point. So you can apply with your degree or with your score till your third year, and you can see if they're willing to take you in. Then you can give your IELTS exam if you need to. You don't need to give your IELTS exam if you've scored above 80% in 12th boards. For some colleges, I'm not sure about all, but I would suggest give your IELTS exam.
Yeah. I
And
came to know
then
about it.
take risks, give your 100%, and try everything that's possible. Do check the rank tables and sit alone, think for a while that are you willing to take a risk, and can you do it? And if you think you can, you should consider moving abroad, because the return on investment is really high, and you should consider everything. Don't just go for the banking exams. You should try those as well. I mean, it just depends.
It depends
Whatever
on the
you want to,
choices
but
of the
then,
people.
yeah, it depends on your choice. Yeah, if you're happy with studying in an IIT, it was my dream, believe me, but it was very tough. So if you want to study in an IIT, it's something you dreamt of
But you have
since
always been to
childhood.
the
You should
IIT
do
Jammu,
it.
right? You were doing an internship in
Yeah,
IIT Jammu. Hmm. And tell me one thing. Tell
yeah,
me one thing
but
before we complete this interview. How was your experience in IIT Jammu? And do you think that IIT Jammu or the new IITs, and if you have an exposure to the older or the say the top class IITs, how they differ?
see, uh, I don't think there's any difference, but I'm in no position to say that because I've never been to the other IITs as well. But as far as my experience, uh, I think IIT Jammu was very hectic.
Mhm,
बहुत काम लिया उन्होंने मुझसे.
mhm.
But the professors are very intelligent, and it was really nice. I learned a lot of things. I'm not even kidding. I learned I learned a lot of new things which I never would have learned if I wouldn't have been there. So it was really, it was a good experience. IIT is an IIT. So it doesn't matter if you're doing if you're going to a new IIT, or if you're going to, obviously, I mean, IIT Kanpur, IIT Roorkee, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay, definitely they must be better, because that's why they're ranked higher, right? But then
Mhm.
again, I think even IIT Jammu was really nice. I enjoyed my time there, learned a lot of things. It was a good experience.
Okay. I got the last word of you. I also got your experience in IIT Jammu, as well as your comparison. You also told me about IELTS. You also told me about, say, how to apply for UK. And the best thing which I came to know from your interview was that applying to UK is always free, right? When you are applying. After that, things get
Yeah,
whatever. Hmm. So that
only
was
if
an
you so only if you're applying to like the top three colleges, which are Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial, you have to
hmm.
pay.
So that is
That's
how it
because they
happens.
get 10 tons of applications, and if they don't
Hmm.
keep a fee, almost every student would apply to the universities, and they don't want that because it takes a lot of time and effort to kind of go through the
Sort
application.
them.
Yeah.
That I understand. That I
But
understand.
all other colleges are for free. You and also one important thing, you don't have to go to consultancies or anything. There's IDP and there's SIUK, which are for free. You can call them,
Mhm.
you can check their websites, get their numbers, call them. Don't listen to them. They will suggest you universities according to them. Don't listen to them. Just be selfish for your
Have an
gains.
idea. Have an
Have an
idea that.
idea. Talk to them.
Mhm,
Talk to them about how the process works. Take your visa help and everything, which is on the later stage. But
mhm.
you do you. You do your research on your end, and then you can talk to them as to how the application process works. How do I apply and everything? Just take their experience. They've been doing this for a long time. They can help you a
Mhm.
little bit. Just talk to them, and then you do you. So that's what I would suggest. So that one's IDP and the second one is SIUK. And there are many others, but don't go to
In fact,
paid
I
websites.
can. In fact, I can take all these links from
I'll
you
send
and
you
put it in the description,
yeah.
so
Don't go to
that will
paid
help the
websites.
students.
Don't go to paid consultancies. They're wastage of money. It's a wastage of money. You don't have to do that.
In fact, thank you, Shreya. Thank you so much for talking to us,
Thank
and
you,
it
sir.
was literally amazing. And I guess so. The kind of information which you shared with us, I'm pretty sure that this will be very, very helpful for students who are planning or who have not yet planned, but now they, after seeing this video, they can definitely plan that. Okay, pursuing a
They
higher
might. I
degree
hope
from
they
a
do. I hope they do.